Let's make a good prayer together. Grandfather, grandmother, our ancestors and our elders and sacred Mother Earth, we've gathered together today and we've shared from our hearts. We've shared some things that we are struggling with, some things that we are rejoicing over. And I thank you, Creator, that there you are in the midst of it all, always faithful, always loyal, always our guide, and always our helper. You've heard now the prayers of the people, questions, uncertainties, struggles, challenges. And we just take a moment to quieten our minds and open our heart, lean in with our ears and listen for your guidance, for your direction, in your way, in your word. Give us the help that we need. Give us the strength and the courage that we need. Give us fortitude and determination. And help us in all aspects of our lives to walk this good red road in an honorable way that respects you, the earth, and our neighbor. Hear us now as we ask for the help that we need. Oh. Maria always asks me, sends me a text on Sunday afternoon. What was the title of your talk this morning? So she can put it on the YouTube channel. And thank you again for that. It's interesting that just this week I had someone reach out to us over our website, sent a message to the church, was asking for, saying that they had recently awakened to this way of life, and were asking if we had any resources or any videos that I could share with her. And I said, well, we happen to have plenty right now, so it's working. But if I had to title this talk today, I think it would be, I have so much to be grateful for. I don't know where to begin. Love, Mom. I have an adopted grandson. The name is River. And I've been counseling and mentoring River for at least 11 years now. He just turned 24. He, along with his mother and his sister, moved to North Carolina a couple of years ago. And they were in town over the Thanksgiving holiday visiting friends. I went to see River on Friday afternoon. Hadn't seen him in quite a while. We enjoyed a nice time together with good and deep conversation and hopefully wise counsel. You never know. I left with an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the privilege of knowing this young man and the joy of a long and lasting friendship together, even though distance prevents frequent visits, and the gift and opportunity to walk with him for as long as we have. I felt gratitude. Our family home of 63 years, which we sold 7 years ago, is just around the corner from where I visited River. I couldn't resist not driving by. As I approached 140 McElroy Drive, I slowed my car to a stop in the middle of the street and sat there for a few minutes, remembering. Remembering that cold and rainy day, Thanksgiving of 1955, when we moved into that home. Remembering 63 years of Thanksgiving around the dining room table with a close, though ever-growing family. Remembering as my mind played out like an old 8mm black and white movie, the memory of a young boy, 8, 9 years old, outside on a chilly afternoon, just playing. Not a care, not a worry in the world. Safe, secure, loved, and cared for, and at peace with myself and with the world. To be honest, I don't think I've ever felt that again since I left home 55 years ago. Was soon not to draw attention to myself sitting in the middle of the road and filled with the nourishment of good memories. I drove on and left it all behind. I rather doubt I'll do that again. It's just too intense. But as I drove away, that at easeness I experienced there as a young boy who was blessed with an extraordinary and remarkable childhood lingered long with me. For it all, I was grateful. Gratitude. On my way home, I stopped to visit my mom for a while. She sleeps a lot now and doesn't talk very much. So I just sit with her and enjoy her presence and remember. Soon, on Christmas Eve, in fact, she will turn 96. And I realize just how blessed I am to still have her physically present in my life, even though her memory of it all is compromised and empty. I frequently now have to remind her that I am her son and she is my mother. My mom has long insisted that she did not, nor does she want to be, a burden on anyone, especially her two sons. But how could she be, ever, I wonder? For it's a joy to love and care for her in this reversal of our roles in our old age now. And for the third time on a single afternoon, I drove away grateful, maybe a bit overwhelmed and full of gratitude. It was Thanksgiving after all. Later in the evening, in those quiet and peaceful moments when the sun goes down and a warm, comfortable blanket of darkness falls over me, I began to reflect on my day and the experience it had provided me. In the shadow of Thanksgiving Day, I was taken to a place of contemplation of my many, many blessings, unwarranted presents and gifts from the grace and hands of Creator. And I heard the chorus of the old church song reminding me to count my many blessings and name them one by one. Gratitude. And so I did name them one by one. I'm certain I missed a few, but I spoke prayers of thanksgiving and gratitude for my life, the simple things that keep me alive: air, water, food, shelter, a good warm fire in the winter, and a cool breeze in the summer. I spoke prayers of thanksgiving and gratitude for this church and for the beautiful fellowship that has grown up amongst ourselves. Oh, we've come a long way in our 4 years together. Friendships that might never have occurred, relationships developed which might have been missed somehow if we didn't all just show up here. And all of it warms and blesses my heart to watch and experience. Gratitude. And yes, I spoke prayers of thanksgiving and gratitude for each one of you. I named even you one by one. And I'm grateful for your love and for your acceptance and for your faithful support, without which none of this would be possible, at least in a practical sense anyway. I spoke prayers of thanksgiving and gratitude for the even though aspects of my life. And trust me, there are many of those. Gratitude, for example, for my home, even though I'm not entirely comfortable there. Or gratitude for my family of origin, even though there only remain 3 for me, and that includes my aging mother. I'm sure we all have those even though experiences and moments in our lives. And learning to be thankful and grateful in and through those is critical to happiness and centeredness. I spoke prayers of thanksgiving and gratitude for my future, even though I haven't a clue what that will look like or how it will play out in the long haul. As the night lingered on, and I was caught up in this space of quiet contemplation, I settled into thoughts, shifted into neutral, and just sat there, aware, thankful, and grateful for it all. Even those times of moments of darkness and pain and suffering, for And especially there, I learned, I grew, I overcame, and I thrived beyond simply surviving. Gratitude. I thought about our native ways and about our ancestors and our elders. And I believe if you were to ask the old Indian what one principle is essential to your way of life, the answer would be gratitude, thanksgiving. Gratitude, in fact, is one of the 9 indigenous virtues, alongside honor, integrity, loyalty, generosity, compassion, humor, valor, and silence. Gratitude is a central point of focus in our prayer, or at least it should be. It's central to our way of life, the medicine way, or as we speak of often, walking the good red road. Gratitude is central in our relationship with Creator, our relationship with the earth, our relationship with our neighbor. For without the delicate balance of thanksgiving and gratitude, we risk falling into despair and hopelessness. And that'd be a tragic thing to happen. An attitude of gratitude, a thankful heart, is the key that opens the door to a life well lived, a life of fulfillment, a life of contentment, a life of happiness, a life of joy. I believe that that's the kind of life that Creator desires for us. For after all of the pieces of that puzzle have been graciously provided for us from Creator's love, generosity, and handiwork. On Friday, while visiting my mom, I was straightening her room a bit, and on her dresser, I discovered a piece of stationery, seasonal stationery, season's greeting. You can pass this around if you like, on which was written 2 sentences. It read, Bobby and Johnny, I have so much to be thankful for. I don't even know where to start. I love you very much. Love, Mom. Clearly, the note had been transcribed by someone else, perhaps an aide, maybe an activities person. I will never know. But I must confess, that one staggered me a bit. And an emotional tear of pensiveness filled my eye for a moment. My mother has taught me many things along my 74-year journey. She's now teaching me how to age gracefully, how to die with dignity, and how to live in that space in between with thanksgiving and gratitude. Oh, she's right in her assessment. We all have so much to be thankful for, maybe even not knowing to the point of where to start or stop in our contemplation of those things, much less their expression. But start, we must. I encourage you, again in the shadow of yet another Thanksgiving, let us take a moment to inventory our own life and ponder with wonder the many, many blessings and gifts in our life for which we are grateful, or at least so we should be. Insert the key of gratitude into the locked door of life's mysteries, and you will be amazed at what opens before you. For that is our way of living in a native heart and a native mind. A few weeks ago, I shared an Apache prayer of gratitude with you. It's worth a gentle reminder even now. It says again, looking behind, I am filled with gratitude. Looking forward, I'm filled with vision. Looking upwards, I'm filled with strength. And looking within, I find peace. And that, dear relatives, is the magic of a life lived with a grateful heart and a prayer of thanksgiving. May it so be for us today. Oh. Did everyone get to see that paper? Hmm. That was a tough one to find tucked away. Mm. But let's come now to our time around the altar, our prayer time. Come with a heart that's grateful to make a prayer of gratitude and thanksgiving. We are remarkably blessed people, and we must not forget nor take that for granted. He's making a good prayer over there, isn't he?